To start afterwards. I gotta start writing out what I'm gonna say Thursday night.
Hi, Eileen.
Hello there, how are you?
Hi, good, how are you?
Fantabulous, thank you.
Good. Did you have a good day?
Every day is a good day. I'm here.
That's right, we
Nice
wake
day.
up and we say, oh, thank God.
Were you able to get out?
Nice to have this weather like this.
I know. Were you able to get out today?
Yeah, but not until like 3 o'clock. Pick up a prescription at CVS. And then we went to Elisa's and sat on her deck for a while. So that was nice.
That's nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Adele is talking to Adele because nobody hears her.
Oh, really?
You can always come to my deck.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, well, now you tell me. We went to Elisa's deck.
Nice.
Yes, it was very nice.
Good.
And yeah, we relaxed. She invited us actually for dinner to stay, but my husband wanted to come home.
Because he wanted to make you dinner.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right, Harold?
That's not funny, Adele.
Can't even do a PB&J, Harold?
That's true.
That's
On
not-
Holly, that's always good.
That's not funny at all, Adele.
Okay, sorry, Harold.
Did you have a good day, Adele?
I did. I went for a walk this morning.
Yeah, so good.
And then I did some grocery shopping. And Eric took Naomi for a ride. So then he came over here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. He's so good.
Yeah. So we took her to get coffee or something, whatever. Like a long mystery ride. You know how Naomi likes her mystery rides.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And
So.
she likes when Eric gives her mystery ride.
Yeah, she
We
really
learned that from the Beatles. Took her on a magical mystery tour.
Right, that's right.
Hi, everybody.
Rabbi, you said you opened a Bassett furniture store. Were you a Bassett salesperson?
Yes and yes. So what happened was I was in the furniture business with my former family. When I first got married, I was a furniture salesman in the family store. And then we opened up a store in Southern Rhode Island. And we opened up the first Bassett furniture gallery in the country. I was the one that opened it. And the Bassett people were so impressed with how I did with them. They hired me to be their regional rep. And so I sold Bassett furniture.
Were you in Massachusetts?
Wow.
So it's a good
I
one.
was in Rhode Island, Massachusetts and Rhode Island, yeah.
Morty had a furniture store. When was this?
Little Connecticut. When was this?
Yeah.
1980s.
Oh, he was out of that then.
And well, that's how Mr. Schulman knows me.
Well, Mr. Shulman got one of his earliest jobs was at Morty's father's furniture store.
But he knew that I was in the furniture business and he knew of me because I was a regional rep for Bassett. I don't think I ever called on him, but I did, I think, a couple of stores in the Connecticut corner and then Massachusetts and Rhode Island, Connecticut. And one day I just quit my job. I quit my day job. I just went in and quit because a radio job opened. It's crazy. I really shouldn't be doing this. I'm on the web, but I took this salary that I was making, which was real. It was a legitimate, amazing salary, and turned it into nothing because I wanted to have fun doing broadcasting. And I did that for about 10 years until one day I woke up and said, I really need to make a living. Except God came calling. So, the truth of the matter is I'd always done part-time pulpit work, for high holidays and Yom Tovim. I was teaching Hebrew school, and there was this tug. There was constantly this tug, gotta get on the pulpit. And one day it happened. And I've told the story before. I'll tell it again someday, but nothing happens by accident. Everything happens for a reason. And I've had an interesting life because I've been in business. I've been in broadcasting. I've been on the pulpit, and now I'm in broadcasting again. So it's
And you always find jobs that people love you.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I usually try to find jobs where I love the people. You see, that was one of the things that I learned in the furniture business too, is that I don't have time to tell the story. I'm going to tell it quickly. I got called in by the CEO of the Bassett Furniture Company. I was actually called into Bassett, Virginia, to go down to the headquarters to talk to the guy. And he told me that I'm just going to edit this whole thing down because I can't tell you exactly what he said, but I was servicing my customers too well. We don't make bad things. I can't say what he said. I was supporting them too much. I was taking care of their problems. If they had a defective piece, I replaced it. Obviously, I wasn't replacing good pieces, but the guy said to me one day, he said, you have to stop supporting your customers as much as you do because we don't make. And I'm no longer a furniture salesman because I have to take care of people. I really do. I don't want to hurt people. I always did that from business, even in broadcasting. One of the things I learned in broadcasting was, and that was the thing, I was in talk radio at one time in Massachusetts, and we know what goes on in Massachusetts. You have the left, you have the right, and there's more left than the right, especially in the Fall River area. And I was able to talk to both sides. I had that expression, agree to disagree, right? We were able to talk to each other. That's why I don't talk politics in the synagogue. Forget it. It ain't happening. Right, Paul? Is Paula with us? No, who's going to call it?
No, it's 7:00.
It's time for worship, folks. Enough of my history. So thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing.
You asked? Whoops, that's the wrong one. You asked? That's the end of the service. Let's start from the beginning. All right, so it's time for Ashrei and then Kaddish on this Sunday afternoon. I hope everybody had a beautiful day. What a great day today. I just hope you enjoyed it as we are in the phase of this Labor Day weekend. And tomorrow, I hope everybody enjoys the day with your family and people that you can get together with in a healthy manner and a safe manner. Our custom here at Temple Ner Tamid in Peabody, for those of you joining us on the web, on Facebook and YouTube, is we do Ashrei and then Kaddish for Mincha, and then we go right to the Ma'ariv service. So welcome all. Ashrei Shabbat L'Chasel, Ashrei Shkakalo, Ashrei Shnai Lahav Tilal David. Armim Chalahaya Melch V'Chashim Chalelam Ved B'Chaim B'Checha V'Lashim Chalelam Ved Gadol Adonai Maloma Ovelik Dorotoin Cheker Dorodoi Shabach Masecha V'Rotachi Yagidu Adark V'Rodecha V'Dibrei Neflotecha Sicha V'Zuz Norotachi Yameru V'Gdulatcha Saprana Zecher Abtu Chayabi V'Tzich Chayrenenu Chanum B'Rachman Rachapam Adol Chased Tovna Lakom B'Racham Aval Koma Sabio Duchan Akoma Secha V'Chasidecha Yabarchucha V'Bol Malchucha Yameru V'Rotcha Yadaberu Dodel of Nedam Gevurot Havak Vorodam Malchuto Malchut Cham Malchut Kol Olamim Mem Shadach B'Chol Dor B'Dor Samecha Nedachol Olaflim V'Zokei Plachol Akfufim Eine Kol Alecha Yasaberu V'Tenet Elahem V'Tochlam Bito Poteach Et Yadecha Amos B'Lechol Chai Ratzon Tzadik and B'Chor V'Chav V'Chazi B'Chol Masav Chorov V'Nedachol Korov L'Chol HaShayikru V'Emet Ritzon Re'ab Yaseb Yetchem Et Abishma B'Yoshim Shomer Adonai Kol HaBeh B'Kol Hashim Yashmihi Tilat Adonai Yudaber Pi V'Yavarech Kol Basar Shem Kachol Elam V'Ed V'Anachnu Nevarech Yamei Atavir Olam Hallelujah. Time for the mourner's Kaddish. Those of you saying the Kaddish, only those of you saying the Kaddish, you may open your microphones and we will try to say the Kaddish together in unison as much as possible. Here we go. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei v'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach la'olam olamei olmaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shmei v'kudesha barichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Time for the Maruch service. For those of you that wish to join me now for the Baruch Hu, you may do so with your mic open. And as soon as you've done the repeat, please close your microphones right after that. Adonai Hoshia HaMelech Yaneinu B'Yom Koreinu Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevarach Baruch Adonai HaMevarach Leolam Va'ed. And please mute your microphones, everybody. El Chai v'Kayam Tamidim Loch Aleinu Leolam V'Baruch Atah Adonai Hamari V'Aravim Avat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Hafta Torah U'Mitzvot Chukim V'Mishpatim Atan Limata Kenai Laheinu B'Shalchenu V'Kameinu Nasich B'Chokach V'Nismak V'Divrei Torotach Mitzvotach Leolam V'Em Ki Heim Chayenu V'Yorech Yameinu U'Vahem Negei Yamam V'Layla Yabat Chatzos Imenu Leolam Baruch Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. You may join me with the Shema if you wish to open your microphone at this time. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please mute your microphones, everybody. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol avavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol modecha v'hayu havarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al avavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lecha b'derech v'shavkav kumecha uv'tatamot liot al yadecha v'ayurot otavo b'neinecha Uchtaftam almazot beitecha v'yisharecha v'ayam shema tishmu emesotay shonachim mitzavechem hayom levat Adonai lechem levado b'chol avechem b'chol nafshechem natatem matar tzochem beto yorem akosh v'yasat abdeganecha tirashecha v'yitzarecha v'natati esef b'sadcha lebehematecha v'achalta v'sabata yisham lechem pen yiften levavchem v'sartem v'avarutem v'elohim acharim v'ishtachvitem lahem v'chara afarnai b'chem v'tzat hashemayim v'lo yematar v'hadama lo titenet yevula v'arutem me'rami ahad tzatava shanaten nananay noten lachem the Psalms met Torah le'al v'chem v'yal nafshechem Ushatem liot ayetchem v'ayurot otavo benenechem v'rimaratem otom epenechem l'daber bam B'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lecha b'derech shavkav kumecha uv'tatam amazot beitecha v'yisharecha lema'an yirbu yimei b'mei b'nechem al dama asher nishbar Adonai l'avotechem latet lahem ki me'ashamayim al haaretz v'yomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el b'nei Yisrael v'marta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdeihem l'dorotam v'nadnu al tzitzit hakanaf b'til techeleh והיה לכם לציצית וריתם אותו, וזכרתם בכל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם ולא תטורו, אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם בכל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני, אדוני אלוהיכם. בימינו כל זו וקם עלינו כי הוא לנו בנצורתו בנחי ישראל עמו. עבודנו מהמלאכים מלכנו הגונן מכל חרוצים, ואל הנפרע לנו מצרינו המשלם כמו לכל אבי נפשנו. עשה גדולות עיני נדחיך ונפלאות עדי מספר, עשם נפשנו בחיים ולא נתם למות רגלינו מדריכנו במות וירקננו על כל שונאינו. עשה גלנו ניסים מקדמה בפרעה אותו ומפתים ביד בניכם, המכה ורתו כל בחרי מצרים ויוצא את עמו ישראל מתוכם לחירות עולם. המעביר בניו בין גזרי ים סוף, את רודפיהם ואת שונאיהם בתמות טיבה. וראו בניו גבורתו שיבחו ודו לשמו מלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם. משה בני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה הרבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני. מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקיים לפני משה זה אלינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי בנה את יעקב גדול מהחזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גואל Yisrael. You may join me, everybody, if you wish. We'll say the Hashkibenu in English together. Here we go. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace, and awaken us again, our sovereign, to life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your goodness. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going, grant us life and peace, now and always. Praise are you, Adonai, eternal guardian of your people, Israel. And we'll ask you to please mute everybody. והגן בעדינו ויוסר מעלינו אויב דבק בחרב ורב יגון ויוסר שטן מפנינו מאחרינו ופצל כנפיך תסתירנו כי אל שומרנו מצילנו אתה כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה ושמור צאצאנו בואנו לחיים ושלום אתה ולעולם ברוך אדוני שומר עמו ישראל לא ברוך לעולם עמי וימי ברוך אדוני בציון שכן ירושלים הללויה ברוך אדוני אלוהים אלוהי ישראל עושנה ולא דברו ברוך שם כבודו לעולם וימלא כבודו כל הארץ אמן ואמן יהי כבוד אדוני לעולם ישמח, אדוני במסע בשם אדוני מברך מטב לעולם, כי לא ייטש אדוני את עמו ויעבור שמו הגדול, כי הואיל אדוני לעשות אתכם לא לעם, וירא כל העם ויפלו על פניהם ויאמרו, אדוני הוא האלוהים, אדוני הוא האלוהים, והיה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ, ביום הוא אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, יהי חסדך אדוני אלוהינו כאשר יכנו לך, והושיענו באדוני אלוהינו וחפשנו והצילנו מן הגויים. להודות לשם קודשך, להשתבח בתהילתך, כל גויים אשר עשית יבואו, וישתחוו לפניך אדוני, ויכבדו לשמך, כי גדול אתה ויעשה נפלאות אתה אלוהים לבדך, ואנחנו ממך בצום מרעיתך, נודה לך לעולם, לדוב אדוני נספר תהילתך, ברוך אדוני ביום, ברוך אדוני בלילה, ברוך אדוני בשכבנו, ברוך אדוני בקומנו, כי בידך נשות החיים המתים. אשר בידו נפש כל חי ורוח כל בשר איש בידך אף כי רוחי פדית אותי אדוני אל אמת אלוהינו שבשמיים יחד שמך וקיים מלכותך תמיד ומלוך עלינו לעולם ועד יראו עינינו וישמח ליבנו ותגע בנשמות בישועתך באמת באמור לציון מלך אלוהיך אדוני מלך אדוני מלך Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, ki המלכות שלך היא באמת ימלוך בכבוד, כי אין לנו מלך אלא אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני המלך בכבודו תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ועל כל מעשיו. יגדל ויקדש שמי רבה ביום יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יפרח וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקדושה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דם מהירם בימה ויאמרו Amen. The meter will be silent. I'll say it softly. If you wish to follow me or say it on your own. Of course, if you have the download or if you have the Siddur in front of you, go for it in Hebrew, in English. And of course, as I always tell you, the words in your heart always matter as well. This is a time for private personal prayer and meditation. האוהל הגדול, הגיבור ונורא, עליון גומל חסדים טובים וקנה הכל, וזוכר חזבות ומביא גולי בניהם, למען שמביע במלך וזר, ופוקד מה שמגיעים, ברוך אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה. אתה הגיבור למען אדוני מחיים מתים, אתה רב להושיע, מחלקך בחסד, מחיים מתים רחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים. ומקיים אמונתו לשני, עפר מי כמוך בעל גברות ומדום מלך ממית ומחיים עצמך ישועה ונאמן אתה למתים ברוך אדוני מחיי המתים אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בך ימנו חסר ברוך אדוני האל הקדוש אתה חונן לאדם דעת ולמד לאנוש בינה חננו מחטאי אבינו וישכיל ברוך אדוני החונן הדעת השיבנו אבינו תורתך והקרבנו מכנו לעבודתך וחסרנו בתשובה שלמה לפניך ברוך אדוני הרוצה בתשובה סלח לנו אבינו כי חטאנו מחלנו כי פשענו כי מלכנו וסלח אתה ברוך אתה אדוני חונן המרבה לסלוח ראינה בעינינו וריבה ריבנו וגאלנו מהרה למען שמך כי גואל חזק אתה ברוך אתה אדוני גואל ישראל רפואנו אדוני ונרפא בראשנו ונהי בשעיה כי תהילתנו אתה ולרפואה שלמה לכל מלכותנו ברצון פניך אדוני אלוהינו ורבותינו שתלך מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים בפרט הנפש ובפרט הגוף את כל החולים וחברים שלי מנר תמיד ויית בתוך שאר חולי ישראל וחזק את ידי חוסקים בצרכיכם כי על מלך רופא נאמן ורחמן אתה ברוך אדוני רופא חולי עמו ישראל ברך עלינו אדוני אלוהינו את השנה הזו וכל מיני טובות לטובה ותן ברכה על פני האדמה וסבנו מטובה וברך שנתנו כשנים הטובות ברוך אדוני מברך השנים תקע בשופר גדול לחירותנו וסנס לקבץ קולותינו וקבצנו ויחד מבא כפות הארץ ברוך אדוני מקבץ צדקי עמו ישראל השיבה שופטינו כברי ראשונה יהצנו כבת תחילה יעשה ממנו יגון ואנחנו מלך עלינו אתה אדוני עבדיך בחסד ורחמים ושחקנו במשפט ברוך אדוני מלך אוהב צדקה ומשפט ולמשמיע תהיה תקווה בכל אשר כרגע תביא בכל אויביך מהרה יחרטו ועזדים מהרה תעקר ותשבר ותמגר ותכניע במהרה בימינו ברוך אדוני שובר רבים ומכניע זדים על הצדיקים ועל החסידים ועל זקניהם בית ישראל ועל פליטת ספריהם ויגר הצדק ועלינו ימון ורחמך אדוני אלוהינו ותן שכר טוב לכל הבורחים בשמך באמת בשמחתנו עמהם ולעולם לא נבוש כי בך בטחנו ברוך אדוני משען מפתח לצדיקים וירושלים לך ברחמים תשוב ותשכון בתוכה כאשר דיברת ובנה אותה בקרוב בימינו בעניין עולם וכיסדה במהרה לתוכה תכין ברוך אדוני בונה ירושלים את שמח תביא עבדך מהרה תצמיח ורקנו ותרום בתשובתך כי לשבותך קיווינו כל היום ברוך אדוני מצמיח קרן ישוע שמע קהלנו אדוני אלוהינו חוס ורחם עלינו וקבל ברחמים ורצון את תפילותינו כי שומע תפילות ותרחמנים אתה מלפניך מלכנו רחם אל תשיבנו כי אתה שומע תפילות Amcha Yisrael v'rachamim baruch atah Adonai shomei tefillah. Ritzedna Eloheinu b'mcha Yisrael afiratam v'yeshevet avadar v'betecha. Udeviratam v'yavad agaber b'ratzon utehil ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha v'techazena eineinu b'shimcha l'tzion v'rachamim baruch Adonai. Amachazir shechinato l'tzion modim anachnu la. Shatavna Eloheinu v'nelenu l'ambet tzorchayin magen ishenu atahlu tavador nodelachanu seper dirotecha achainu amisrim biyadecha v'yanu shmotenu b'apekudot lach. B'yan yisach shebachol yom imanu b'yan niflotecha v'tovertecha shebachol 8 erev b'boker v'atzorayim atov kilo charachamecha b'ramachem kilo tamochasedecha me'olam kibinu lach v'yal kulam b'barak v'tumram shimcha makinu tamid lelam v'chol hachaim zuchas ela v'lut shimcha b'emet ha'el yeshuateni v'ezratenu sela baruch atah Adonai Atov Shimcha Ulechana Elehodot Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha V'Yakol Yeshvei Tevel Tasim Lelam Yato HaMelech Adon L'Chol Hashanah V'To Benecha V'Barech Tamcha Yisrael B'Chol Eitu V'Chol Shah B'Shlomecha Baruch Atah Adonai Amabarech Amo Yisrael B'Shalom. And if you wish to join me in the meditation after the Amida now with your microphones open, you may do so. We'll stop at the word Redeemer and we will sing O Says Shalom. Together, my God, my tongue from evil, my lips from lies. Help me ignore those who would slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah, that I may pursue your mitzvot. Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me. Make nothing of their schemes. Act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock, my redeemer. Oh, say shalom, oh, yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'yakol Yisrael, ve'yimru, amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yalkol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yalkol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yalkol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'yalkol Yisrael. V'yimaru. May the one who brings peace to his universe bring peace to us, to all the people of Israel. Yal kol yoshvei tevel, and all who dwell on God's earth, and we together say,
Amen.
Amen.
This time I'm going to do the Misha Berach for those who are ill. When I stop, if you wish to say the name of someone who may be ill, or someone's, and many people, if you wish, you may do so when I stop. Misha Berach Avaten Avram Yitzchak Yaakov Sarah Karacha V'Leah U'Yevarech.
Come on.
At
Dan Cohen.
Belson.
Rivka,
Don Arnold,
Dr.
Dr. Karen Farber, and Eric Molkowski.
Nina Rizzo,
Henrietta, and of course, Barbara Eisenstein.
Bob Cecil,
Howard Weinberg, Karen Neston Benny.
Sheila
Raya,
Volante,
Sarah Bracha.
Bill
Fishbane, Marie Finger, Arlene Sugarman.
Elisa Zimmerman.
And Austin McCaffrey.
And if all the names have been said, please mute your microphones at this time. We'll ask everyone to mute at this time. Ekol hacholim b'kila kedosha hakadosh baruch hu malei rachamim aleihem lahachazikam ulefrotam lishlach lahem me'ira refuah shlema min hashemayim frat hanefesh frat haguf b'tov shel kol Yisrael ashta b'agav zman karib b'nomar amen. May God bring blessing and healing to all those mentioned, all those we know of and those we don't know of who suffer illness within the congregational family. May the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and to vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being together with people everywhere who may be ill. Misha Behera Chavotenu Mikor HaBracha Leimotenu May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha beherach imotenu mikor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say Amen. Yikra bikra shemei rabba biyamadi vrachirote v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon b'yamechon b'charechol beit Yisrael b'galav izman karivi yimaru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam u'lo me'omaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalav v'yitalav shmei kodesha berichu le'la mikol v'chata v'shirata tush v'chata v'nachmata damiram b'yamav v'yimru Amen. Tekabal slotan abotan ducha Yisrael kadam abahon v'shmai v'yimru Amen. Yehi shlom rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleim v'kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimaru. Amen. And now if you wish to join me, you may do so for the Aleinu. Aleinu v'shamei Adon hakol. Latei grula le'otzeh b'reishi. Shelo asanu kigoyei ha'aratzot. ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו בהם וגורלנו כהמונם, ואנחנו קוראים משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל שכינתו זו בגבי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אינו ונמלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב תורתו וידעת היום והשבת אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ ניתן עלינו Okay, Nikabel.
Okay, say the second paragraph by yourself. Yeah, that's it. That's close.
Okay,
just relax, just say it to yourself. Get ready for the Kaddish.
Kakatu b'toratecha.
Adonai
loch le'olam
he's got extra names.
v'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo Oshama echad, Oshama echad. And now, unless you're saying the Kaddish, please mute your microphone. For those of you saying the Kaddish, if you wish to name the person that you're remembering tonight for either a yortzeit or a loved one, please say the name now.
Kofi Jacobson.
Reuben Sherman.
Sylvia Toby.
David Kuczynski.
And in tribute to our loved ones, we invite those mourning and observing a yahrzeit to now rise and join me in reciting the words of the Kaddish. And again, we remind you to try to say the words with us slowly and as much as unison as possible as we say it together, the congregation. And here we go. Yit gadal, b'yit kadash, shemei rabbah. V'yalma, v'vrah, v'rutei, v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon, u'vyomechon, u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'adala, u'bizman, kari, v'yamru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach, l'olomei omaya. Yitbarak, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei d'kudusha barichu, ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, u'shkochata v'nechamata, damiran v'alma v'yimru, amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Now, yesterday, I remember at the end of our service, someone said today is Raz's birthday. And Raz, I said to you that tonight for your birthday, you would lead the psalm for the day. Am I correct? Did I remember?
Yes, yes.
All right. Do you want to do it with me or do you want to do it?
I'll do it with Marvin because it's his yahrzeit too.
Why don't you do it? I was going to say, why don't you do it with Marvin?
And his brother is listening
My brother's listening
from Cleveland. Okay.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and lead us with your brother from Cleveland?
All right. Great is Adonai and highly praised in the city of our God, his holy mountain.
Splendid and sublime, on the north is Mount Zion. Joy of all the earth, city of the great sovereign. God is known in the citadels as a refuge.
The king conspired in advance, but when they saw her, they were astounded.
Panic stunned them. They fled in fright. Seas went trembling like a woman in labor, shattered like a fleet wrecked by an east wind.
What we once heard, we have now witnessed in the city of Adonai Tzebaot, in the city of our God.
May God preserve it forever.
In your temple, God, we meditate upon your kindness. Your glory, like your name, reaches the ends of the earth. Your right hand is filled with beneficence.
Let the mountain of Zion be glad. Let the cities of Judah rejoice because of your judgments.
Walk all about Zion, encircle her, count her towers, review her ramparts, scan her citadels.
Then tell her story to later generations. Tell of our God who will guide us forever. Ki ze Elohim Eloheinu olam va'ed, hu yahagenu almut.
All right. Thank you both. Again, happy birthday to you, Raz and Marvin. And you're remembering.
I know we're going to say Kaddish.
We're going to actually ask everybody at this time to please mute your microphones. Everyone, please mute your microphones, as I'm going to call tonight upon Cindy Lazar to tell us a little bit and then read the Psalm of the Season. So Cindy, can you turn your microphone and camera on?
It's on.
Okay, we don't see you, but that's all right. Your camera's not on, but we can hear you.
Okay. The Jewish holidays have a special place in my heart. The evening Zoom services are building a foundation that brings me hope and inspiration. As I listen to the wonderful prayers being chanted, I think of all God's beauty that surrounds us. I also remember Cantor Ivan and Muriel Perlman of blessed memory, who had the most beautiful melodies when they chanted the magnificent prayers in Shul. I have cherished memories of past holidays when our family shared so many joys at the dinner table. Our family ties and our deep lasting friendship compromise a special love that always sees me through, especially during the difficult times. I am always amazed at how much better I feel after listening to the inspiring services. Thank you to both rabbis. I have a special notation for Rabbi Bernie, but he's not on tonight, right?
He'll hear about it though.
Okay. I put Rabbi Bernie and Anita, granddaughters, sing with so much zest and enthusiasm. You just have to smile and be so proud of them. Now back to me. My special dad, Bernard, taught me Jewish traditions and rituals that I still follow today. He davened every morning and evening like clockwork. Unfortunately, we couldn't pray or sit together as a family in shul because my dad belonged to an Orthodox shul when I was growing up. Women didn't count at all. After my father passed, my mother and I joined Rabbi Perlman in Warwick, Rhode Island. How welcoming and comfortable we felt attending these services twice a day. Rabbi Perlman went the extra miles to help us learn and understand the memorial prayer and so much more. When I put on my prayer shawl and my homemade yarmulke, Mrs. Muriel Perlman of blessed memory made for me, I feel closer to God. And when we can do Aliyot, I know my parents are listening. For 12 fantastic years, my special mother, Millie, and I read to the younger children in the Hebrew school on the high holidays, which brought us both so many joys and true happiness. I enjoyed my time working with Susan Sugarman over the years immensely. We also prepared the kiddushes every Saturday. I have fond memories of plating platters of lox, tuna, egg salad, gefilte fish, etc. Howie Brines taught me how to make Rabbi Perlman's favorite breakfast, lox, onions, and eggs. Friday nights was the most special times for me. I watched my mother light the candles, which remind us of the traditions to value all of our customs. My mother made the best matzo balls and Jewish chicken soup. It was such a joy to chant the prayers and sing the familiar hymns together with Rabbi Perlman and the wonderful congregation. A week before the high holy days, my mother Millie and I were in the kitchen making the delicious brisket and simmus, cooking up a storm. I set the dining room table with my grandmother's Rebecca's fancy pink dishes and lace tablecloth in silver tall candlesticks only used on holidays, as these bring back precious memories of past holidays. Excuse me. I am very thankful for all my nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews who bring me great joys. Now present day. Now it is my pleasure to continue my family's traditions in my home. I enjoy celebrating the high holy days with my sisters Paula and Susan and their families, 12 all together now. In closing, this is a quote. Every holiday in the Jewish calendar brings us back to our heritage, for each celebration is a chapter in history when we strengthen the very special bonds of family and friends. Because we have to travel 166 miles to go to shul, 83 miles each way, I am very grateful that I can participate and listen to the magnificent services every night on Zoom. Now that my parents are no longer with us, I find comfort in listening to Rabbi Perlman and Rabbi Bernie, who chant the prayers in perfect harmony. I personally enjoyed the Friday night and Saturday Shabbat services the best, because Shabbat has always been my favorite holiday. Wishing all of my friends at TNT a wonderful holiday filled with good health and very special joys and time with your families, temple friends, and friends.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen. Oh, Cindy Beth, that was beautiful. And thank you for those kind words and those memories that you brought back for me too, as well, of my parents, all of Shalom. You did know them and they certainly did touch you. So thank you so much for bringing that back. And it is true, my mother made you a kippah. That's right.
Yeah.
Cindy, I know this is your favorite psalm. This is
Yes.
the one you write to me about all year long and say, when do we do that psalm? Well, we do it now. So why don't you go ahead and lead me and I'll lead the congregation. Go ahead.
Adonai is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? Adonai is the strength of my life. Whom shall I dread?
When evildoers draw near to slander me, when foes threaten, they stumble and fall. Though armies be arrayed against me, I have no fear. Though wars threaten, I remain steadfast in my faith.
One thing I ask of Adonai, for this I yearn, to dwell in the house of Adonai all the days of my life, to behold God's beauty, to pray in God's sanctuary. That's my favorite line.
Hiding me in his shrine, safe from peril, God will shelter me beyond the reach of disaster and raise my head high above my enemies.
I will bring God offerings with shouts of joy, singing, chanting praise to Adonai.
Adonai, hear my voice when I call. Be gracious to me and answer. It is you whom I seek, says my heart. It is your presence that I seek, Adonai.
Do not hide from me. Do not reject your servant. You've always been my help. Do not abandon me. Forsake me not, my God of deliverance.
Though my father and my mother leave me, Adonai will care for me.
Teach me your way, Adonai. Guide me on the right path to confound my oppressors.
Do not abandon me to the will of my foes, for false witnesses have risen against me, purveyors of malice and lies.
Yet I have faith that I shall surely see Adonai's goodness in the land of the living. Hope in Adonai, be strong, take courage, and hope in Adonai.
Cindy Beth, thank you very much. And Yasha, thank you for that.
Thank
For
you,
those of
Rabbi.
you saying the Kaddish, again,
Right,
you may
Kaddish
open the
now again, Jerry.
microphones now, and we will recite the words again, try to recite them together in unison and slowly. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah. V'yamad, V'yvrach, V'yutei, V'yamlicha, V'yutei. V'chayekom, V'yomechom, V'chaye, V'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agala, V'zman Karib, V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shnei Rabba V'barach, Olam Ulomei Olmaya, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yipar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitmadar, V'yitaleh, V'yithalal, Shemei B'kudeshah B'richu, Le'ela Mimko Birchata V'shirata, Tushbachata V'nechemata, Damiran V'yalma V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shalom Rabba Mishmaya, V'chaim Aleinu V'al Yisrael V'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom V'romav V'yaseh Shalom. Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yimru, Amen. And I'll ask you, please, everybody to mute your microphones again at this time. Everybody, please mute as I call upon our president, Adele Labarsky, for tonight's announcements. Adele?
Erev Tov, everybody. Rabbi, thank you for leading services tonight. And Cindy, those words were beautiful. I look forward to the day when we can see each other again at Shabbat services, and you can help us with the Kiddush luncheon like you always do. So I look forward to those days. Just to remind everyone, services Sunday through Thursday are at 7 o'clock. Next Friday night, services are at 8 o'clock, Saturday morning at 9:30. And Slichot is next Saturday night at 7:45.
Well, 7:45 is Havdalah. Right after Havdalah is study. And at 8:30 is the Slichot service.
Okay. So, all right. So then also you should have received today in your email information about the Tashlich service. And you can sign up to go to Tashlich. I know I already signed up. I'm getting my bread ready. Lots of sins that I have to cast. So those fish are going to be nice and full after I give them all my bread. And if you didn't already sign up for the services, you can still sign up for services. Remember, you have to sign up for all 4 services: Rosh Hashanah day 1, Rosh Hashanah day 2, Kol Nidre, and Yom Kippur. There are some services like the first night of Rosh Hashanah and the second night of Rosh Hashanah, you do not have to sign up for. Those will be, and Nila also, you don't have to sign up for, correct? So, all right. If you have any questions, feel free to call the office or call me or call the rabbi. But you didn't hear me say that, right? Anyway, Erev Tov, everyone, Lila Tov, and don't forget, I did fold this a little differently tonight. I don't know if it's going to fit in yet, but here it goes. It's going in.
Good job. A notice will be going out shortly with regard to directions on the services and which ones you have to have the special link for and which ones everybody can come to. And we're just trying to word it right because we don't want anybody to get left out. So once we get the words right, we'll send it out to you. As Adele said, some services will be wide open to the public and others will be reservation only. So once we get that figured out, we'll do that. Also, thank you. We're getting a lot of reservations already for the Tosh services Adele mentioned. Please try to be careful with the number of people. Give us a pretty good count. We've got to do that for us for contact tracing. We really need to know it. So if you really aren't sure, then just let me know that you weren't sure instead of guessing. Okay. We are supposed to end tonight with the sound of the shofar, as we do in the month of Elul, to remind us of this fact that we're about to tshuva, about to return. And so with that, the sound of the shofar. Have a good night, everybody. Be careful tomorrow. Lala Tov.
Rabbi, and good night, everyone.
Good night, Thank you, Rabbi.
We're the same
Thank
show.
you, Rabbi.
Gail, you still there? Gail?